Hi. I'm procrastinating packing again. I'm almost done. It's just the last leg of it, and I'm exhausted from days of doing it. And overall, I'm really anxious and I'm really sad because I came to the realization that this is probably the last quote-unquote normal night of my life in my little apartment. Yeah, this is the first apartment I ever moved into on my own, and I moved in here in November of 2017, November 15th, 2017, and it was just me and my cat, who was a kitty at the time, and I've gone through a lot here, and I've learned a lot here about myself and just about everything in general. And so yeah, I was just sitting with those feelings and decided maybe I'll talk about it and commemorate the end of an era. I leave for Boston in 2 days, so tomorrow I will be getting almost all of my furniture out of here and doing every last possible thing that I can with my friends and with my family and just with the city, because I'm gonna miss a lot of things. A lot of things. So yeah, this one isn't one of the happier episodes, if you will. All in all, I'm just very tired and my throat hurts. I feel like I'm getting sick from being so stressed out. That's a normal thing for me. And I don't do well with change. And that's something that I really experienced firsthand when I moved into this place on my own. While I was packing everything, I found my stash of all of my journals. I have so many journals to pack, and I have a lot of them. I've been writing. I feel like I don't really talk about that very much, but I write a lot, and I've always been that way. And I have probably maybe 40 journals here that are full that I've written in, and then probably another 40 that are just blank. So I hoard them like nobody's tomorrow. But I found the journal that I wrote in the summer before I moved here, and I think that was probably just like a turning point in my life that really opened my eyes in a lot of ways to the things that weren't okay in my life at the time. And when I got back, a lot of things changed. When I got back from my trip that summer, a lot of things changed, and that November I moved into my own place. I got out of the relationship that I was in, and I was living with him at the time, and I moved out and I moved into this spot. And there were a lot of other changes, and there were a lot of things that happened after I moved in here. Like, I lost my job, and I had to take a really big, deep look inward. And I got to do that for about 6 weeks before I went back to the job that I had before I graduated college. And I faced a lot of financial struggles for a very long time. I got very creative with making omelets and just figuring out how to make an assortment of 4 vegetables last me through a week's worth of meals. It was also one of the best times of my life. I found out so much about myself. Like, it was the worst financially, the worst mentally. I have so many incredible memories from that time in my life. And, you know, I wouldn't have it any other way, as difficult as it was and as alone as I felt. And, you know, since then I've learned that I didn't, I didn't treat it as seriously as I should have. My mental health and my state, I just kept thinking like, oh, I'm just doing that thing I do where I'm sad and I stay sad. Except it's worse and I'm panicking and I need to stop panicking because I'm just weird. That's all I kept thinking, I'm just weird, I'm just weird. And then I realized, oh, this is anxiety, oh, this is a breakdown. Oh, it's my outside environment that's making me feel this way. I can't change this by changing my hormones and by changing everything that's going on inside. It was a lot to understand and to break through. And then I got through it. And when I finally felt so much more like myself than I had in years, the pandemic hit and I was forced to be at home for something like 5 to 6 weeks again, and it felt very similar to those 6 weeks when I first moved here. And it was really hard to not get back into that same state of mind. And to not fall back into the same patterns that I'd had before. But I think going through it previously helped a lot, because the second time around I knew better what not to do, and so that passed over a little bit better, and I learned to communicate more, not pretend like everything's okay all the time, and also not, you know, say every single day like everything that I feel, but to make it known, like, you know, this wasn't a perfect day, or a perfect week, or a perfect month, whatever it is. But I got through that, and you know, months of mostly being alone, it was still pretty okay. And then 2021, I feel like I really, like, this feels like the first year since that year that I moved here, that I feel normal. I think I feel more normal now than I ever have in my entire life. And I mean that financially, and I mean that mentally and emotionally. Just like my whole life, I felt like I've been trying to be what everyone thinks I am, like this perfect person who, I don't know, I just feel like everyone has a certain idea of me. And that's who I want to be so badly, this like happy person. And for the first time in my life, I feel that way. And I'm not trying. I just feel happy. I'm still anxious and I still get sad, but I feel like myself. And now I'm changing everything, and that's terrifying. Everything's changing, my environment's changing again. It's on my own terms this time, but it doesn't matter, it's still change. And I'm terrified of what'll happen internally once I make this move. And I'm also sad about everything that I'm leaving behind. Just like familiarity and of the city and my family and my friends and my spaces. Especially this one, this space that I've cultivated over the last few years. The space that means so much to me, on the street that means so much to me. Like, I know it'll be okay. I know that. I know I'm gonna love it when I move. I know that. There are gonna be a lot of things that I'm gonna love. But there were things that I loved when I moved out on my own, and I was the saddest I'd ever been and the most lost I'd ever felt. You know, despite having that independence and of having my own space. And doing my own thing. I feel like I'm rambling, like nothing I'm saying even makes any sense. I hope it makes sense. I think one of the reasons why I really wanted to start doing this channel, sounds funny when I say that word. I never ever thought I would ever do this. I mean, I didn't get into YouTube at all until the pandemic, when I was like, I don't have the capacity to watch TV anymore, and then I just started watching people cook and play chess and talk about art. But one of the reasons why I started this was so I could have some kind of accountability, like something to do instead of lay on my bed and not do anything. It's just scary easy to just lay on your bed and stare at the wall and not even feel sleepy. You just feel kind of bored, but you don't really know how to solve it. And I think it's better too than just writing like I always have, because what does it mean if you're not telling anybody what you're feeling and you just hide it all away and put it in a journal and pretend like you've done something? Your thoughts are still in your head if nobody reads them. And that's what I've always done. I just hide away everything that's wrong. And I just really don't want to do that anymore. And I don't want to get on here and only talk when I start to feel sad. And like, I don't want it to be that, but I do want it to be a place where when I am feeling that way, I can just get on here and talk about my day, or not talk at all. Just put myself out there in some way. These are pre-recorded anyway, so it's like writing in a journal if I don't post it. But if I do, it kind of means something more. I thought that was a green one. Almost got out of that. Ish. Not really. The last cup of tea here. Cheers. So the candles, I put them here because I wanted to talk about them. The top one was given to me by one of my favorite spaces when I first moved in here as a housewarming gift. And it was my very first ever housewarming gift that I ever received. And it's empty, as you can see. The one beneath it is a new candle, and it's the same kind and the same smell, and it's for my new home. So I thrive on routine and familiarity, so if I could have that tradition every single time I move to get exactly that candle, that'd be cool. If I could have that ritual, then maybe it won't feel so new, because I have that anchor. And it smells so good. I hope the soy candle company from California makes it for the rest of eternity. And if they don't, well, yeah, whatever. I've faced disappointment before. So this will be the last game that I will play here. And after I finish, I'm going to sort through all of my paperwork and all that good stuff and put it in boxes. And then I'm almost done, really, packing everything. Me and my best friend are going to go through half the country over the next, starting Sunday. We'll be driving and we'll arrive at my new home on Wednesday. But it'll be fun. It'll be an adventure, and I am very excited for it. My cat will be staying with my parents for a couple of weeks. They will be going up in the first week of August. So I'm going to be without her for a little bit, but it will be okay. I kind of prefer it this way, so that way when she does get there, at least I'll be settled in. And she won't have to be, you know, she won't be around when all that furniture is being moved. But she's a lot like me. She gets stressed out when things move and everything has been in disarray. The night that I started getting really anxious, she also started getting very anxious. We're just on that same wave constantly. And that's probably entirely my fault, and I feel bad. I feel like I've gave my cat all of these problems. But she's my little companion. Oh, those are such bad decisions. Also bad decisions. It'd be cool if I won my last game. I'll just put that out into a simulation. Maybe I'll get what I want this time, as the Smiths would say. I shouldn't have done that. Shit. I want to get in the top 10. Half-hour video though, I don't know, that's long. I don't want to ask y'all to do that, but also these are my videos and this is my last night, so I could play all night if I wanted to, I guess. Okay, one more. But the next time you see me, I guess I'll be in my new home, so that's exciting. If I remember to get internet. I keep forgetting that. I really need to make that happen. I don't want to go through Spectrum because I was stuck getting Spectrum here. I guess they have like their roots in these apartments, and it's really annoying that the world works like that. But yeah, my first year that I had them, it was $50. The second year was $65, and this year was $75 per month for internet for little old me. And so I really don't want to go through Spectrum again. But I can't find another company that will go through those apartments. So I might have just ended up finding another set of buildings that only goes through one internet company. I guess kudos to whatever guy has that account. I wish I was that good of a salesman. No! That's not going to be my last game. Okay. This tea is helping me wake up a bit more though, so that's good. It's an apple cinnamon tea that makes it feel like fall, no matter what time of year you drink it. I don't really know how to come up from the first 20 minutes of this video. I'm feeling better. So thanks guys. You little invisible folk. What was the rest of my day like? I had dinner with my family. We had houdat. It was yummy. I ate beef for the first time in like 3 weeks. 4 weeks? It's been a minute. I'm trying really hard to make the cut away from beef and pork. The other night I had pork for the first time in a while, aside from the kolache that I had a couple weeks ago. Other than that, I think I'm doing pretty okay as far as not eating meat goes. The reasons why I'm not eating those meats and why I eventually want to go pescatarian is I feel a lot healthier when I don't eat meat. I feel cleaner, my body feels better, not so sluggish, I don't feel so tired. And also I just, I found out that cows like music. Pigs are really smart. So in addition to not eating beef or pork, I also really don't want to eat, I really don't want to eat crab or lobster. I really don't want to eat squid or octopus. They're so smart, they're so creative, they're so interesting. And I'm not going to shame anybody that does, but it's just starting to hit me on a, I don't know, I just can't stop thinking about it anymore. But, and I've always said this, I think throwing away meat that's offered to you for the sake of your morality is actually even worse, because then it ends up in the trash, and I think that's really sad and really wasteful overall. Like all of it, it all sucks. It's so, meat industry is so full of pollution and waste, and you know, we could talk about all the problems about it. I also own a car, so I use gas and all the things. No one is perfect in this universe, in this world, in this simulation, whatever. But I feel like waste, even on a personal level, means something. If you could just, you know, not waste something for the sake of not. I don't know, I'm just rambling now. But anyway, I did eat beef today because I suck. And it was a good meal with my family. I grew up in a big family, so they mean a lot to me. didn't mean to do that. Fuck. That's okay. It's okay. It's my number anyway, so that's fine. It's a good note to end on, I think. Alright, y'all. I'll see you in Massachusetts. On the other side, as they say. Okay, bye.